Welcome back to Action 2 News at 6. Two peer-run clubs focusing on inclusion met on this basketball court last night at Oshkosh West High, and a thrilling ending to this game may be just the beginning of growth for these groups. Maria Parmigiani brings the story of a game truly everybody won.
An inclusive group.
It just means that we accept everybody, all abilities at all levels, and we really want to create a nice family, a good, strong community.
And it's within, you said peers, so it's the students here.
The Connected Group hosted a basketball game with Neenah High School as part of an inclusive mission.
So this basketball game, we've been in partnership with Neenah for the last 2 years, and it's been unbelievable.
Pollock says the atmosphere in the gym built to a dramatic finish on the court.
Gives me goosebumps to think at the end, that last shot that went in, and our student body from West just stormed the court in support of Xavier from Neenah. That player, it was just unbelievable.
The game brought out the entire school, and it didn't end when that final buzzer sounded.
The whole school came to the event yesterday. It was a whole school event.
Pollock says the excitement is now turning into more interest from students who want to be part of the club.
So since that event yesterday, we have received several emails of kids that want to get involved.
The Connected Group hosts events all year long, spreading the message of inclusion wherever they go. Their next big event is a dance for students of all abilities. In Oshkosh, Maria Parmigiani, Action 2 News.